Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56!
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
On second down, rolls. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe try to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Throwing is Allen on third. Going deep for Moncrief. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Check, green 80, green 80. Red.
They run it here. Ware. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready, Delta!
They go play action. Rivers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On third down, Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Delta! White!
Rivers now on 2nd down. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
4. Rehunt!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. That one goes for 24 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Gone! Detroit! Hot!
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Gone!
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On play action, Allen. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss in the open field.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. To the air, Allen. It's caught, Jones. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know you thought saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. On 3rd down, Allen completes it to Moncrief, left side. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues down the field.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Allen now looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kevin White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On the ground, this is Ware. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On play action, Rivers. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Rivers now to throw on first down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Rivers now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. From the red zone now, Rivers. And that's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. On the run, it's Ware. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a third and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Throwing on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Allen, and Jones has it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time. And
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season, with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Check. Load it. Load it. 12, 12, 12. Check three.
They'll run now with Ware. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
To throw on third down, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. but I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
390. Left. White. Get hot.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Good. 380. 5-4.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Rivers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. The first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Thomas, and for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Red.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they'll run it here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set. Block 15. Left.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play fake. Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Allen off the play fake. Looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for the Bills. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
3-19! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Montgomery. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And an alley to run. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
1st down, Rivers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defender.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Out to his left. Joey Bosa in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And out across midfield down to the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Rivers now on second down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2nd down, Rivers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Spencer Ware, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Wide open. It's Allen complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Rivers to throw it. And this one is incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Rivers. Flush to his right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Rivers. He'll leave this for Ware. Oh, some strong running. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, Rocket. Keep it skinny.
Rivers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Rivers again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Bills on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession